Got to stop wishing you were rich and start realizing that you are rich. You're rich in relationships. You're rich in skills. You're rich in health. And if not, you can always improve upon those. You can always improve your health, no matter where you are. You can always improve your friendships, your relationships. You can always improve your skills. You are rich. You can be poor with your potential. If you're poor with potential, you'll continue to be poor. And if you're rich in resourcefulness, then you'll be rich with resources. So make the switch to get rich mentally. Ditch the glitch in your mind. It's a mental glitch. Because when you're coming from a place of despair, like, damn, I just need to be rich, I'm sick of this. You're coming from a place of such despair that how are you ever going to find your way out of it? How are you ever going to be the type of person who climbs out of it? Your ambition is what gets you out of the mess. So switch the desperation to ambition and turn the ambition all the way up. That's the only way it's going to happen. Because if you say things like simple things like, damn, I wish I was rich. I've done this plenty of times. And a matter of fact, the reason why I'm recording this video is because the other day I caught myself, once again, thinking about my problems and thinking, damn, I just wish I was rich. I wouldn't have any of these problems, right? And I said, caught myself. Knock it off. You're slipping into that scarcity mindset once again. Cut it out. I had to give myself a stern talking to. I'm like, hey, that's enough. It's not going to work out like that, man. Like, if you can't find any contentment in your daily life, you won't know how to proceed to the next level. You won't know how to get there because you're so busy with your dissatisfaction. If you can't realize how fortunate you are compared to a lot of other people in this planet that are really struggling and really suffering, then you will never notch up to the next level because you're an annoyance to that next level. Nobody wants, like, anybody in a higher bracket is not going to be too keen on being around somebody that's always complaining about their situation. They want somebody who's tough mentally. They want somebody who is cool-headed under pressure. If you're showing that you're not cool-headed under pressure and you can't have that type of resilience, that's another thing. You got to be rich in resilience. Rich in resourcefulness. If you don't have these things, you're not going to be rich. And even if you accidentally get rich, an inheritance, or maybe you won some sort of lottery, or you won at the casino, you'll lose it all quick. As a matter of fact, you'll attract more problems to you because of the type of person you are. But this is not really about money, because we tend to get tied up on money and financial status or whatever. Money is all an illusion. Money is such an illusion. It's such a facade that it's not even funny. Money is there to control people, and it does control people very well. It'll control your emotions more than anything. Money is the root of the biggest fear on the planet. People are more afraid to not have money than they are to die. That's why you've seen, there was these stories of people jumping off buildings when the stock market crashed in the 30s or whatever. They said, forget this, I don't want to be poor after having so much money, and they just ended it all. So, is it really worth that much? Your real richness. I like what Bob Marley said. Somebody said, hey, you got a BMW, you rich now? You know, it's good, right? You're rich. He said, rich? What do you mean? I get my richness from life. And at the end of the day, you're not rich unless you have your life. Because think about it, if you don't have your health and you're a billionaire, but you're in the bed, sick, can't do anything, the $1 billion isn't worth shit. Sometimes when we're going through the struggle, we got to remind ourselves that money isn't the most important thing. We may feel like it is in the time because of the way society is set up. You know, you might be in debt and you have debt collectors calling you, bugging you. You might be bills coming in constantly. You might have all kinds of issues going on, and the world wants to constantly remind you how bad you need this fiat paper currency that's fake and it's not even real. But at the end of the day, it is not the most important thing. And you have to remember that. Think about some of the people all throughout history who realized they were rich before they actually were rich. You can look at people like Muhammad Ali, who said he's the greatest before he actually even got in the ring and had a chance to prove it. There's just so many examples. I could sit here and name off entrepreneur after entrepreneur, creator after creator, but the point still remains. If you're not mentally equipped in that regard, it's not going to manifest. The resilience, the resourcefulness, the prudence, the tenacity, the ambition. These are the things that you need to be rich in order to move to that next tier. It's just like investing. You can invest with your money, but you can also invest with your time. You can invest with your energy. Think about what you're going to put your energy into. Think about what you're going to put your time into, because it's all an investment. Time is worth more than money anyway, so time is always a bigger investment than money. Rich people buy more time. Poor people will clip coupons to save a little bit of money. Rich people will hire somebody else to do something for them to get some of their time back, because their time is more valuable than money. Not only because you can make more money, your earning capacity per hour is high, but also because you understand that there's certain things in life that you will never get back. Because once the clock runs out, you don't get any of that back. So the whole point of this is to remember, being miserable and wishing you were rich is a waste of time. It's a complete and utter waste of time. So be wealthy every day. One of the best ways to be wealthy is to have appreciation and gratitude for what you have. Being wealthy with your time, deciding what you're going to do with the day and doing it. That's what a real wealthy person does. Be wealthy with your health. Be healthy. Because health translates to energy, and energy translates to money. Money is just an energetic frequency. It's a currency, like we said before. You can be fulfilled in a rough situation. You can still find that fulfillment in a rough situation. Use the power of now philosophy. Eckhart Tolle. Every breath is a second. Like, if you can acknowledge the meditative approach to a book like that, like every little second in the present moment is an abundance of wealth right there every single second. Learn how to embrace the moment. This is ultimately going to raise your frequency so that you can attract certain things into your life. And it's not just the money. It's other people, it's relationships, it's ideas. Like, how are you going to sit there and think of a good idea if you're grumbling and complaining about the situation that you're in? You can't do those two things simultaneously. It just doesn't work. You're tapped into the wrong energy when you're complaining and grumbling about things like this and wishing upon a star that you were rich. Wishing never gets anybody anywhere. You can't wish your way through life. That doesn't work. You got to have an affluent attitude. not a destitute disposition. Affluent attitude, not a destitute disposition. It's all really, really practice. If you're not used to walking this specific way in life, you just have to practice. And you have to continue to practice. That's using resourcefulness. Use your mental resources. Because you can be rich in intellect. You can be rich with your skills. Like I said, just improve every aspect that you can. That's covering all bases. Make sure everything is tightened up. We tend to get wrapped up in this money thing, this illusion money. Your mindset is money. Every moment is money. Practice being in that present moment. That's money right there. Pick it up. Your mindset, money. Embody that. Don't feel empty inside because you don't have money. Don't feel inadequate because you don't have money. It's easy to do, but you have to look deep inside yourself and realize what it really is. You're a human being with potential, and you're a human being that is unique and talented. And if you don't feel talented, just understand that you can improve your skills. Skill improvement is one of the most important things. Coming up in 2025, man, it's all about skills right now, man. The way the world is going, things are changing, industries are changing. You have to improve. You have to evolve. You have to be able to adapt to different situations. And if you can do that, you're rich, and you will be. You're rich now. Your bank account just hasn't caught up to it yet. You're born rich. The richest person in the world was born the same way you were. You're born rich. You just haven't manifested it yet. And there's a little gap in between where you are now and where you want to be. And it's up here. That small gap gets smaller and smaller the more that you continue to be the person that is already rich. Live like you are rich. Appreciate the things you have and take care of the things you have. The things that you have right now are worth so much to somebody who has less, to somebody who has much less. And the truth is that there's many people in this world that have much less. If they didn't, they wouldn't even have access to a computer, to even watch a video, to even understand a message. There's so many people on this planet that lack so much knowledge. Be appreciative that you're that much further ahead. Appreciate everything that you have, the persistence, the things that you've accomplished. Like when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you got to appreciate, like, you ate yesterday. People are starving in this world. You have a roof over your head. You don't have to sleep out in the cold. With this cold weather that we're having is crazy. Especially some parts of the world are even colder than it is here. I'm freezing over here. It's like 20 degrees outside. It's not my kind of weather, but you know what? It's all relative. I've got clothing. I've got blue blocking glasses to look at computer screens at night. I like that. There's just too many things to be grateful for at the end of the day. Too many. Just look around you. Take a good look around you. Think about the people that are in your life right now immediately. Be glad that they're here. Be glad that they're all here. There's going to come a time. None of us are promised tomorrow. We made it through another day, guys. Sometimes it's just that simple. We made it through another day. Another year. We made it to 2025, man. So let's make every day count. Make every single day count. And have direction and intention for the next day when you wake up tomorrow. Let's go.